The user IDs of Roblox accounts just passed 10 billion, but things were quite a bit different compared to my 5 billion attempt. I'll start by introducing you to the two accounts that I use. This and that weren't something. At first you'd expect me to be like a few hundred or 1,000 IDs away from 10 billion maybe, but if you actually look at my user IDs, yeah, my closest one was just under 6,500 away. So here's how the IDs initially worked. So you start with one account, and then the account created right after that has a user ID one greater than the previous, and that pattern used to continue for all subsequent accounts as well. But at some point things suddenly changed. The accounts were displaying as somewhere like 1,500 away just as I was preparing to make the accounts, and here's where I'd finally attempt to snipe the user ID, and of course these were the accounts that I used for it. But the user IDs don't always go in order anymore. The accounts made directly after 8453 isn't always going to be 8454 anymore. Sometimes the account will end up being a few thousand IDs behind, or maybe even tens of thousands behind. So that means all user IDs have some amount of unpredictability to them. But the user IDs still do go up though, and that brings us to Ayekua 2. And this was the account that eventually hit user ID 10 billion. And when you go to that account, it actually looks like an actual successful user ID snipe. When you look at the only person on his friend list, he actually does look like someone who would user ID snipe. But that brings me to an experiment I want to do right now. So let me go into the new user machine to test things out. So first of all, you may notice the user IDs actually end up going a bit slowly. Like they start off jumping super slowly, and then they suddenly go up several thousand at a time. So I will wait a little bit for one of these jumps, and then I will create these two accounts at the same time to see what user IDs they get. Okay, it did jump up. I think I'll do it right now. Interestingly, this one did give me a CAPTCHA, so I think now I'll do it. Here we go. Oh, what? Okay, this time I've made two accounts at the same time, and what actually happened is far from what I expected. All of these accounts got IDs similar to each other, just a couple tens of thousands apart, but these were the two that were made at the same time, and for some reason they have IDs millions apart. And for these extreme cases, I have absolutely no idea why they happened. There's all four of them side by side with each other. But that's really all there is for this one. I thought I'd make a quick video explaining the user ID things and how things have changed since the 5 billion video. So yeah, I guess I will see you next time.